Hey, how's everybody doing? Good to see everybody. And okay, I thought I was having a bit of an internet connection, but it's a stunningly wintry day here in Toronto, but it's brightish and we got a bit of floating snow. I understand there's some really bad weather in sort of different parts. Boston, I'm hoping you guys are okay. And if you like to ski, this is good weather. But today is a fun, juicy topic about the law of attraction. I really want to give you my take on it and give you what I've learned about it. I've been doing work with energy work, and I'm a Reiki master, and I do craniosacral as well as psychotherapy, as well as polarity therapy. But essentially, I've sort of been involved in energetic work for 30 years or so. Plus. And I wanted to talk to you about the law of attraction because so many people don't really know what it's about, and I wanted to just sort of clarify from what I've learned, and I've done quite a bit of study about it, and I wanted to just kind of get into the notion that there are certain things that you should remember when you're talking about the law of attraction. And the one thing it is, I want to say what it is and what it isn't. What it isn't is, if I'm good, if a person is good, they'll be rewarded. There's sort of a confused thought. It's like, I'm only going to think good thoughts, and I'm only going to be good, and therefore I'm going to be rewarded. And unfortunately, that's not how it works. If that was the case, then all the good people would be wealthy and healthy, and all the people that are not so good would be poor and sick. And as you know, if you look around, that is not the way it goes. And so what it is, so we don't live sort of in a rewards-based system, but I believe we live in a system of a mirroring system, essentially. Now, there is randomness that we can't control. So random acts, random experiences we can't control. But what I've noticed is that we have to go about the business of cleaning up our subconscious, because it can't just be your conscious thoughts that are positive, that are influencing what you bring towards you. You really need to go about the business of cleaning up what's happening in the subconscious realm, because that's really impacting your vibration as well. So the subconscious realm is often stuff we're not really familiar with, but it is cleaning up your family of origin beliefs, cleaning up your sort of subconscious beliefs about deservingness, because it's not just positive affirmations at the conscious level that are going to bring towards you. That helps, but it's not the only thing. It helps, absolutely, but it is not the only thing. One of the great books that 20 years ago I have read and have read again and again, I recommend reading a great book called The Force by Stuart Wilde. Stuart Wilde, he passed away a number of years ago, but this was a gentleman who wrote some really interesting books. But he wrote a book called Miracles, he wrote a book called The Force, he wrote a book called The Trick to Money is Having Some. He became a really tremendous influencer in how I think, because he really talked about becoming aligned with the universal highest energy through cleaning up your subconscious energy. And that requires a lot of really disciplined work. And nothing changes without discipline. So really, to work on the law of attraction, it's very important to understand that people go, oh, I only do nice things. I'm only positive. Why is all this bad stuff happening to me? And I feel terrible for them. But it clearly because they're not working on their vibration. And their vibration is influenced by their thoughts, and their thoughts are influenced by their subconscious being. So ways to raise your vibration and therefore have better of a relationship as to what you attract toward yourself is to go about the business of cleaning up thoughts and feelings of undeservedness, feelings that you're not worth. Mm-hmm. So how are you negotiating relationships? Are you teaching people that it's okay to just walk all over you? Are you drawing boundaries? Are you having the courage to have someone be mad at you so that you can take care of yourself? being at the mercy of other people's emotions constantly can really bring down your vibration. And so it's all about raising your vibration by aligning yourself with your highest self. And that is what's going to bring towards you the good things, the valuable things, the great experiences, the synchronistic experiences. And it's so important to be able to, one of the things that Stuart Wilde talks about in The Force is the notion of really being able to decode life. So listening to life's messages, paying attention, opening yourself up to not just, the physicality of life, but possibly more the unseen energies of life. So an example would be, I would be prior to going on an event or having an event or doing an event or going on a trip or something, I will really go about the business of visualizing how I want to feel in that experience. Not what I want to have, but how I want to feel, which is to me is like a big decoding piece. It's a big differentiating. Don't focus on what you want to have. Focus on how you want to feel, and visualize yourself feeling that experience, feeling amazing and peaceful and totally at ease when you're in that experience. So I'm going on a trip to Washington next week for an amazing conference, which I'll tell you all about. And I'm not so great with flying, even though I've flown a lot. I'm not great. So what do? I visualize myself peaceful in the plane, and I visualize the whole experience being peaceful for me. And I've done this a million times. And what this does is I tend to attract toward myself those peaceful experiences while in that experience that was formerly kind of scary for me. Or another thing is you might, be saying to yourself, I'm amazing, I'm incredible, I'm fantastic, but deep inside you're like, I'm not worth much, I don't like myself, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that. Work on, what's that about? Chisel it. Break it open. Don't just let it live there. Open it up and then really catch yourself every time you're in an action or an activity that denotes that negativity. Break it up so that you can change your vibration, and you can, once you shift that subconscious vibration, you will then bring towards yourself much more positivity. And the other thing that I say to people in terms of the law of attraction is, people are saying, I want this apartment, or I want this house, or I want this man, or I want this woman, or I want this job, or I want this whatever. And I'm like, okay, look at the words I want. The word I want denotes a lot of lack. It's the wanting for. So look at, instead of saying I want, say I choose, I am. Also, the act of writing things down. And again, not so much, what you want in a person physically, or how you want them to be. Once again, how do I want to feel with this person? If you're trying to manifest your soulmate, well, there are many soulmates, but your ideal partner, let's just say, I would say, write the list based on, I feel this way when I'm with this person. Or I am I am happy, relaxed when I'm with this person. I feel balanced when I'm with this person. I am, all of these I am, I feel, and as opposed to they're this and they're that and they're that. And that's what your list is. Don't do what they are. Do how you want to feel when you're with this person. And that is a really important distinction. I find that when people say, well, I did my list and nothing happened. And they're like, forget list. No, I have never seen a list not work when you're looking to manifest something. I've never seen a list not work. If you operate from the place of how do I want to feel when this person comes into my life, or when this situation is in my life. And work past your fears. Work past, don't indulge, I'm afraid when I fly, or I'm afraid when I'm in a relationship, or whatever it may be. Work into how I want to feel. And this is a way to decode the law of attraction, because the law of attraction, again, is not only operating with your conscious thoughts, it's operating with your subconscious thoughts. And those are the thoughts that are really seriously attractive thoughts. In other words, they are like magnets that bring toward you experiences. And I when I started to discover this a good 30, 20, at least 30 years ago, I started to discover that I could actually use energy and my thinking and change my thinking to really change what it is that I brought toward myself. It was a revelation for me. It was a revelation for me. And basically, don't forget that you are vibrational. Every thought creates your vibration. Everything that you are doing repetitively is vibrationally important to impact what you bring toward yourself. And I'm not saying that there aren't random experiences in life. There are random experiences in life, of course. However, it's very important to remember that you can control what it is that you're attracting toward you, at least an aspect of it, by really disciplining your thinking and by operating with words like I am, I feel. Also, I just want to remark that it's important to not go into I will have, I will have. That's all futuristic thinking. Always affirm something in the present. I am, when you're doing an affirmation, I am. And try to take out the negative words in affirmations and really clean up that subconscious aspect of yourself. And the key tip is be aware of your surroundings. Check to see what it is that life is trying to tell you. Open your ears and listen to what it is that life is trying to talk to you about. And then work on your own vibration through changing your inner thinking, your subconscious thoughts, and then write it all down. This is the law of attraction. It's, I remember one of the things that I have done many times, and I recommend people do, and I tell them to do it in the office, is write down 10 affirmations in the I format, in the I feel format, and do it in the so put your I, your name, I, Victoria, or I, Victoria, you, Victoria, she, Victoria. So I, Victoria, am now attracting tremendous amounts of emotional balance and freedom, let's just say. So you, Victoria, are attracting tremendous amounts of emotional balance and freedom, and she, Victoria, and do that, put your name in that, and write that all down, then tape your voice, and listen to yourself while you're doing an activity. So you're like rewiring your brain as you're rewiring your thoughts, as you're rewiring your vibration, and do it repetitively and commit to it. And life will just unfold in beautiful ways. And don't take my word for it. You try it, okay? So tomorrow, coming at you with another juicy topic, and I just want to remind you to come on over to my website at visualizationworks.com. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, Ask Victoria. And my first book is called Find Your Self-Culture, Moving from Depression and Anxiety to Monumental Self-Acceptance. And consider joining my group, Positive Self-Culture, Relationship Culture, Family Culture. It's a positive group, and I love to have you there because the discussions are continuing to be really, really awesome, and all about how you live your self-culture in the most positive way so you can attract that towards yourself, how you transform your relationship culture, and how you become responsible for transforming your family culture and multi-generational positivity ensuing from that. And my second book, Connecting, Rewire Your Relationship Culture. Again, really important to take responsibility for what you're putting out on the planet so you can bring that back to you and you can impact every single person on this planet in the most positive way. I wish you a divine day of glorious thoughts and amazingly attractive thoughts of positivity. Blessings.